What up, y'all? Back with the video. Today I wanted to talk about just how when the narcissist is gonna hoover, so you might as well just expect it. I don't know how long you've been in these relationships with the narcissist. You may be just, coming out of one and you haven't been hoovered yet. But if you've gone on no contact, you gotta expect several hoovers. They're gonna probably, well, depending on their cycle, they're gonna come back at you several times. It could be, right away within a couple of months. It could be 6 months down the road. It could be a year or two. But they're gonna keep coming at you. They're gonna get further and further apart as you reject them. But it's and it gets easier, after you get past, like, say, 6 months or so for you, because you're going to be healing. But you got to understand that no matter, like, what you think, they're going to come back, and they're going to come back several times. The only thing that cuts off them from hoovering you is you. It doesn't matter how bad, you might have, said stuff to them, or told them, how bad they were to you, or what went down. They are like no shame kind of people, man. They don't feel shame, and they feel shame, but like, for instance, down the road, they have a way of letting go of it, and just coming right back and acting like nothing ever happened. So a lot of times a Hoover will start with like a hello, or hey, what's up, because they expect when they come back, they have, at some point re-idolized you, because, you were originally idolized a certain kind of way, and then they re-idolize you, and then, they just, it's like they go back to zero. They always want to go back to zero with you, because they're always the one that did everything wrong, and they want you to forget everything that they've done to you and not have to explain it or anything. Because a lot of times they'll leave you with no closure, and that's on purpose, because they don't want you to heal. And if you had closure, then you'd be able to move on. And so with you not having any closure, then it gives them a greater opportunity to come back, and you still looking for them or pining over them and ruminating over them from the trauma bond, and from the ways that they have made you feel through the trauma bond, and the things that they have said, and the ways that they've devalued you. So it doesn't matter how bad the breakup was. They may wait longer if the breakup was bad, but at some point they're going to start having you come into their mind for different reasons. They may see a car like yours, a person like you, or go to places, that you guys used to frequent, and it will put a reminder of you in their mind. And next thing you know, it's like they're going to start re-idolizing you, because they have splitting. They're only black and white, and so they're like all or nothing. So you eventually become re-idolized into the good person again, and that's when they'll come to hoover you. When they feel like doing what they want to do, they're going to do it, and they don't care if they may hoover you, and they're always with somebody, but they're gonna try to hoover you, even though they have another relationship going on. Of course, they're not going to tell you, and a lot of times they like to look single so that they can do whatever they want and hoover whenever they want without even having to break up. Plus it makes them look promiscuous if they're always breaking. If they truly broke up and started new relationships the way they really technically do break up with people, they would look like a mess and a hoe. Um, and so, one thing that a narcissist will always do is like they'll break up with you a lot and then they'll monkey branch to somebody else and then let's just say they haven't been cheating on you technically, like sexually wise. But this is the thing. They'll like they'll like be monkey branch talking to somebody else, knowing that they're gonna monkey branch over to them. And so they'll break up with you and that same day they're gonna be going out with somebody else later on in the day. And then they'll have sex with them. And then they make that like that's not cheating. And you can call it whatever you want. That's like a technicality. But if you live your life like that, you're going to break up with somebody in the same day, you're going to agree to start another relationship with somebody else, and then you're going to have sex with them. To me, that's BS, man. But this is how they live. But they have different ways to rationalize how they cheat. And, a lot of times it's just like, it's, uh, it's blatant. But you got to understand too, if you're having trouble and you're expecting them to come back with a Hoover and, you're kind of, you know, concerned that you're too weak or something, just, always think about the exploitation. And that's, that how much they've exploited you. And that's to like, go out with you or use you for what they can get out of you. It's like how they can just like take, if you were, like a wet cloth, they're going to squeeze that thing and get all the water out of it. And then they're going to, like, I'm just saying, like, this is what they do. Just squeeze anything they can get out of you. And then they're going to leave. And then when you start feeling better, man, they start to come back. And they don't care about you. But like I said in the past, they regulate through you. They keep an eye on you, or they'll have somebody, or they'll have people check on you. They're flying monkeys and stuff. So you gotta understand that, like, you don't say anything to them, even if you think that they'll tell you that they're not that good of friends with them, or they don't really talk to them. Yeah, your best bet is to not trust anybody when it comes to a situation where you've been discarded or you discarded them, and you're kind of in the healing phase, because you don't want anything to disrupt that. You just want to go no contact, and you want to just get on a new vibration with new healing lifestyle, eating right, working out, working on your career, not saying anything bad about somebody, not saying anything good about somebody. Sometimes it's good to stay to yourself, or and if you need to be uplifted a little bit, find some of your friends that are completely disconnected from the narcissist, and be around those types, because it's always good to have people around that can get you off ruminating. A lot of times you ruminate on the narcissist in the beginning because you feel such a heavy charge of this like radar or so. I don't know. It's like this, it's like, I don't know. It's like a charge of power of this something draining you all the time. And you're always thinking about them. And it's like really hard to get your mind off of it. So, I guess that's all. I just wanted to say all that because, you got to stay strong during the discard, but also during that period of time where you're by yourself, and just don't fall, prey to the Hoover. Okay. So give me a like, a subscription, thumbs up, peace out, stand tall, soldier up, love y'all.